Happy to be here in Argentina. I'm falling in love with the city in this past week. We are building EO, which is a decentralized Oracle network that specializes in real-world assets. And I think what I would like to start is really ask a question. This is a question that I'm asking myself, and I think it's true for all of us, that building all kinds of applications and protocol in this space, which is what defines success for us. And I think that really the definition of success in crypto in recent years is growth. Being able to see more asset and more activity and more demand than the protocols that are being built up. I know it's very different than previous talks that were here, that were less on the financial and business side. But if we view this from a business perspective, the type of solutions that we are trying to build, growth really stands at the center of how we are viewing bull and bear cycles and activity. And if we are looking at on-chain activity and TVL on-chain, which is the easiest way of measuring this growth, we can see that since 2021, we had about 30% growth in DeFi, in on-chain assets. And at the same time, we had about 3,000% growth in real-world assets. So real-world assets are growing in this incredible pace. And we anticipate that this growth will not stop or slow down, no matter if we are going to experience some kind of a winter, short or long. This is true mainly because the opportunity with real-world asset is just incredible. We have, as you saw in the previous one, about $40 billion of real-world asset that has been tokenized until today, and the forecasts are insane. We're talking about trillions of dollars that can be tokenized, from real estate to private credit, and really any form of asset that is not liquid but do exist can go to this process and be available on-chain as a valid form of collateral, which really open up the access and removing middlemen like banks that are the only venue of doing it today for ordinary people. And we are standing right in the middle of this activity. So let me explain why. What is holding back of this $30 billion from really becoming the future of $400 trillion of real-world assets? This adoption bottleneck derived from the ability to truly understand how do you value this asset. And this is what we do at the Oracle. We are providing the data feeds, we're providing the evaluations of real-world assets that exist off-chain, and being able to provide this constant stream of Oracle updates on-chain for this asset to be used in the variety of lending markets and different DeFi protocols that many of us are using in the day-to-day. And to have an understanding, what do you mean by providing that, and what do you need to do if you want to tokenize a new real-world asset, you have to go and understand, how do I price this asset that is not liquid and don't exist on centralized exchanges? And to give an example for that, this is one product that we have launched very recently with Fasanara. Fasanara is a $5 billion fund that exists in the UK, that part of their business is providing loans for companies. And we have launched with them a product where we are supporting their off-chain NAV attestations, which is essentially understanding what is the value of the loans that they have given out, in addition to the yield that they are receiving. And really, I would say, in pretty matter of few months, this product grew in an on-chain activity for over $150 million. And we are seeing a great potential for this type of products to continue and grow in the on-chain environment. And this is the size that we are referring to here. There are a whole bunch of industries. I was preparing this for this talk here today, and I was thinking, how many years, how far are we from seeing tokenized satellites and robots? It's probably in a decade or less. I wonder if SpaceComputer will bring something like that to life at some point in the future. But what is much closer to us are insurance products, of course, commodities, real estate, stocks that are seeing a lot of growth in recent time. And as someone that's been in the space for almost a decade of my life, it's sometimes funny for me to hear people saying we are so early. And I think that in this specific vertical, it's kind of safe to say that we are early, and we have the majority of the growth ahead of us rather than behind us. And this is how we are doing that. We have built a network of decentralized validators that are spread across the world, that are backed by ETH, by staked ETH. As of today, we have a bit over $9 billion of stake that is securing this network. These validators are essentially bringing this off-chain data about the variety of products that you can see here on the left and publish them on chain and making this asset available for different protocols. We are happy to talk with any issuer that think that you might have any kind of asset in mind that you want to tokenize. And I'm thanking you here for having me. Thank you.